welcome back to the Society of Part-Time Adventurers. All the seasonal stuff's over, so we're back to our regular set of adventurers. Sainai and Felice, and Landless, and Jupiter, the new guy with the big sword.
He's pretty cool now.
When last we ended our episode, Landless had just gotten a call from Captain Sanchez, and she was just about to
be late on the draw.
To say
Just ready to be late.
talk about the item that was in the package. And
I thought she was going to tell us about what to expect before we got the package.
no, she was gonna say what was like in the package.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because weren't we in the room for like 3 seconds or something like that?
Yeah, it was just like a very short period of time that you all
Gotcha.
were gone, and then
time warp.
yeah. So you get this call from Sanchez, and she's like, "The item in the package is what's known as a pinprick."
Pinprick.
A pinprick.
What's a pinprick?
Don't open it. Don't look at it. Don't even. If the slightest even look could possibly activate it.
Now I want to look at it.
It's it could tear a hole in the veil, over an isolated location.
All right, I won't look at it.
Don't look at it. Just bring it in.
What are you not looking at?
Put it in my cloak. No looking at anything.
Yeah.
You should put it on speakerphone.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
I mean, you can look at the package because it's in a package, but
Right,
don't open it. Don't.
Right.
Okay.
Don't trust us. He's already opening it.
And she's like, so are y'all gonna go get it?
We got it.
You got it.
Yeah, you was a little too late on that one, but yeah, I've already got it.
And we're opening it.
Oh yeah, she's on speakerphone.
All right, bring it back. Everybody, come back now.
All right, we're on our way back. And I cast teleport. Oh no, I don't.
Because you're only level.
Because I'm
3.
only level 3.
Felicia, can I get you to open up your sunroof again?
Yes. As long as you wave your arms. Yes. It'll be awesome.
All right, so you hear the sirens come in, and you get in your limo, and y'all get
Just
out
wave them by
before the police get there.
That way, no bugs get in my teeth this time.
Right? Just cover your face.
But then you can't see and enjoy it.
I'd rather not be able to see and enjoy it and not have stuff in my teeth
True.
or my eyes.
That's true.
I don't know. He is at work. He might like to eat.
Oh, that's true.
I like to eat bugs.
Yeah, but that'll just make me mad. I'm gonna rob a steakhouse now.
We'll go.
Anyways, all right. So you
3 rogue should go.
So you go back to
Should go
Captain
by 2.
Sanchez.
Okay.
She gets you in her office. She's like, "What in the world happened out there?"
Yeah.
They shot
Landless.
They shot first.
Oh wait, what happened? What was the question?
You get into Sanchez's office. She's like, "What on earth happened out there?"
Oh, we went to the bank to get the box, and they started getting robbed. So we defended the bank against the robbers, and ended up slaying a couple of robbers. And
It was either they died or innocent people died.
they
Which one do
were-
you want?
they were
You
robbing a
couldn't have
bank.
both.
They were robbing a bank. I mean,
I appreciate your concern for the people, but there's also a need to be discreet about these things. There's not you can like negotiate with them or anything.
I don't really remember what happened first.
Actually, what happened first is they walked in and one of them pointed a gun at her, and then she drew a knife on him.
Oh yeah, they immediately came in and pointed weapons at us. I mean, there was really kind of past the point of negotiation at that point. So.
And they wanted the item.
Yes.
Well, apparently, yeah. We thought they were just there to rob the place, but the leader went right back straight to the box, and he knew how to open it and everything. So they definitely came informed and ready to get the box.
Well, I appreciate your dedication to.
Wait, what happened to that guy?
Oh yeah. Did y'all bring him in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he rode back in the limo with us.
Yeah. Did y'all put him in the holding cell back there?
Yeah, he's in the holding cell right now
Okay,
because he's
good.
a bad guy.
We'll talk to him later. I appreciate y'all's dedication to helping people.
So we didn't kill all of them.
You didn't kill all of them. Well, that's
4 out
good.
of 5 is not bad.
But council's not going to accept this.
Okay, so what should we do next time? So we know how to respond better.
This is what makes my job so hard, is that I have to be discreet and do what the council wants and also help people at the same time. If it was up to the council, they would have said that
Let innocent people die?
they would have said to let everybody in that bank die before they get the item.
Council seems like a good group of people.
They are here all about protecting the veil and keeping the unseen world hidden
Okay.
from the mundanes at all costs.
Okay.
I run this operation a little more compassionately, but I'm afraid that I may not be able to do that any longer after they hear about this. Y'all go get yourselves cleaned up, get some rest. We're gonna have a meeting with the council in Dallas in just a few days or whatever.
We, you say?
Oh, right.
Yes, all of us. All right, so
Do we get compensated for that mission?
I'd like to say I was in the bathroom when it all started. So I walked out and everything was happening, and I saw my teammates getting injured, and I put an end to their lives. Yeah.
Yeah, we should at least get like a reward. Like
I
like a date.
I'll see about your payment.
You put me in charge of
Like a
protecting.
what?
Like a date.
A date.
A date.
A date with.
Did you just ask her out?
Yeah. Excuse me, aren't you two like a thing?
No, she's just my cohort.
Well, if I was gonna, I don't ever date coworkers, and if I
Got
was,
a problem with short people?
if I was, it wouldn't be someone as short and annoying as you.
Ugh! It kills on the inside. Just
Okay.
breaking my tiny heart.
Now y'all go get cleaned up and get some rest. I'll have y'all in a few days, and we'll find out what to do.
Walking away like, should have tried harder.
So a couple days passed. Y'all rested. Y'all come back to the office.
So no gold.
No, not at this point. not
Not after that
not after
scenario.
that debacle.
Thanks a lot. You cost us our gold.
Woo.
You lost gold, but I lost my dignity.
Okay, so she calls you in the office. She's like,
I thought they said short people were always loved.
I've started getting the information back about what happened at the bank, and it's even worse than I thought. Y'all do know they have cameras at banks, right?
Yes.
Saint I don't understand your need to steal from every place you go. There's been several safety deposit boxes reported stolen from, and on camera. I'm gonna need you to return all the goods that you stole, or have them reimbursed monetarily. It's 500 gold pieces worth of stuff.
Okay.
Good luck getting stuff back from her.
And after seeing the way you operate, I'm gonna have to ask you to maybe consider resigning from work here. I don't think I have much use for. This is supposed to be a law enforcement agency, and we're supposed to keep the order. We're not here to steal and do a lot of self-service.
Well, if you're expecting an answer from her, you're talking to the wrong person.
Well, you're her cohort, so you're guilty by association.
You do a really good job. Keep it up. This is what you get for not going on a date with me.
But in the meantime, we all have to deal with the council. So
No, this is all in your head. You're the one that hired us.
we all have to go. We have. You don't want council goons sent after you.
Council goons.
Yeah.
Two goonies.
Right. So we're going. We're going to the headquarters of the council here in Dallas, and they're gonna have a hearing and audit the agency.
Well, who's gonna speak for us? Cause she can't. We killed him. We killed him good.
It might be best if you only speak when spoken to.
Yeah, let her talk.
Yeah.
Let her talk. The last time I let her talk, I got hurt.
Okay, so you take she takes you transportation to the takes you to the there's a park in Dallas. It's a local park.
How do we know it's not a trap?
It's not a trap.
Okay.
Trust you?
No, not really.
It's a big park in the middle of Dallas. Lots of trees. She pulls out an item of some kind and walks between a couple of trees and
Thank you.
Yeah.
Where are you staying on?
Where's your
bag character?
so y'all.
Oh,
I was gonna say I was just getting everybody off the map.
So you're totally gonna let me hold on to the package, right?
yeah. Oh yeah, did I give that to Captain Sanchez?
No, you did not. Use it as a bargaining chip.
No, you have the package right, so
Okay.
they'll ask you for it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You say no. You say you get what you want or you open it.
All right, so Captain Sanchez. Why can I not think of words right now? She pulls out an item and kind of uses it on a set of trees. Walks between the trees and disappears beyond the veil. You see that there's an opening behind there that only y'all can see and get through.
It's like the one where it's just 10 plus your
Follow
armor.
after.
So you follow after her, and this is where
That's the one without armor.
It's the same thing.
So this is where y'all come in at. It doesn't look like the Dallas that you know anymore. The sky is almost like a twilightish tinge.
Oh, we're back in my home world.
Not super dark, but it's kind of got a different aura to it. The trees are all very, very beautiful, and the foliage is all well tended to. What you see here is there's a headquarters here that's made up of several intertwining trees. It creates kind of a lattice, and there's vines and stuff going up in there. And the same thing about the roof. It kind of forms a canopy. It's all made out of like natural growth and greenery and stuff. And then these over here are trees, and as you look up into the trees, there's like a spiral staircase at the bottom, and it lets you go up, and then there's like buildings at the top of the trees there, and you'll go under this cobbled road, and there's bridges that go between the interjoining offices.
Oh, this place is pretty. Sanchez, why don't you live in a place like this?
Oh, isn't she human?
Yes.
Oh, she's
Silence. Just be quiet.
Why don't we go to work like this?
Maybe when I'm elected to the council or whatever. As if I'd ever want that. Maybe I'll get to work at a place like this.
Well, I'll vote for you.
Still trying to win some brownie points.
Shut her down and then put her on a pedestal.
So, you go up to there's double doors there, connected to the lattice, greenery, trees, structure. And there's guards at the doors, and one of the guards is like, Captain Sanchez here for your council meeting, and you brought your entourage, I see. So, and he welcomes you in. So y'all be in there. And I forgot to draw that there's just like seating areas here.
The what?
Like seating areas, like benches over there.
Okay.
So it's like a courtroom.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
I'll sit back in the corner, away from everything.
Away from everything.
Oh, I guess I'm gonna be whatever.
I'm gonna lay down on the bench.
You're gonna lay down on the bench?
Gosh.
Definitely be in front row for this.
Just get in there and just
Sprawl out. What
And,
else you got?
Yeah, it's not really that important, but for the sake of visuals, I'll put y'all in there. You see 4 people sitting at the raised desk.
Which is here?
Yeah, at the end there. They all have different appearances. There's an elf and a human, and there's also a shadowy figure that y'all would recognize as a fetchling, and somebody looks like brilliant and almost angelic that y'all would recognize as a Azamor. So they represent different aspects of the world beyond the veil, the different intertwining material and ethers and such that are like extraplanar origins.
Luckily, diplomacy's my best.
Not me. And they all look very stern, and they're looking at y'all, and they look like they're not very happy. The elf introduces himself as, my name is Athanasius, and I am in charge of this division of the council here in Dallas. This is not good. It's not good what y'all have done. These are my cohorts, and he introduces the Azamor, the angelic looking dude. He's his name is Talsel. The fetchling there is named Nettle, and human. Humans need last names because they're mundane. I didn't think of a last name for her. Her name is, the human over there is name is Mindy Tarsite. That sounds appropriate, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I seriously
She's Native American.
I seriously make a lot of this stuff up on the fly.
Kind of have to.
That's how it goes, viewers at home. That's what we do.
We don't actually know what we're doing.
We're just here.
We just make stuff up as we go. It's just like writing a book. Yeah, Mindy Tarsite. And
Mindy.
she looks really, of all of them, she looks probably the most unpleasant. She has a really big scowl on her face. And she's not happy.
Ooh.
Athanasius.
Feisty.
So Athanasius continues to speak to y'all. He talks to Sanchez, and he's like, Captain Sanchez, what do you have to say? And she's like, well, I know we caused a lot of trouble, but we did manage to get the item for you. Landis, would you please? The item.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So you go up and give it to
Roll some diplomacy.
Athanasius.
I don't need to roll. I got 1. Diplomacy at 1.
It's like, well, you did manage to do that at least, and our situation would have been much worse if it were to fall into the wrong hands. As you all know, this thing would tear a hole in a small part of the Vale, possibly covering at least Dallas, if not the greater part of Texas itself. This will keep it safe. However, it's counterproductive if you make a show of yourselves while performing these tasks. So that's why you're being audited today. As a matter of fact,
Diplomacy. God dang it. I'm not diplomatic. With a 12, in our defense, I do believe we did the right thing, though.
And what right thing is that?
Securing the item any way possible.
So Mindy over there speaks up, and she's like, it was a complete debacle. You handled yourselves embarrassingly.
We were attacked.
Wait. But did you get what we were asked for?
You may have got what we needed, but
What?
having mundanes see your performance is just as much a risk to the Vale as.
Wait, which one is this?
This is Mindy, the human.
Aren't you a mundane?
No, I have the sight. I can see
I can see.
the beyond the veil.
No, yeah, but she's human.
And she says,
I'm not that bright.
y'all should know when you signed in onto these tasks that you must risk your own deaths and the deaths of others to protect the security of the Vale. Were you not told that when you signed on?
Well, if you remember watching the videos, there were deaths of others. diplomacy to make that not sound like I'm an asshole. 17?
17?
Yeah. I have plus 10.
Oh, plus 10? Okay. What was your one that you said was...
It was 12.
What was one? I thought you said you had one that was like only 1 or something like that.
That was me.
Oh, that was
my
you.
diplomacy's a 1.
Oh, okay.
Diplomacies are... My character's completely a talking person.
Okay, well, that's fine.
If I can roll higher than a 10, I think I'm good.
I mean, at this point, she's not convinced. She's still trying to talk, and now she's really upset that you're interrupting her.
Oh, yeah.
And she asked you a question. She's like, "Were you not told this when you signed on to this task force?"
I don't think we were. But I don't want to say that.
So she
I don't want to say
she
that.
looks at Captain Sanchez, and she's like, "Captain Sanchez, I'm beginning to doubt your ability to perform these tasks competently." And then
Under my breath, I don't see you out there fucking trying to get the stupid rah, rah, rah.
and so Tulsil, the Azamor, speaks up and he's like, "Oh, Mindy, you're much too hard on them.
Yeah, you should be praising this.
They did get the item, and they saved. There was none of the innocent people at the bank were killed.
They only lost money,
Is that-
not their
is that-
lives.
Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
But they did keep the people safe. Is that must count for something?" And he's like, "Tulsa, you know that we don't run this council that way."
So we're just supposed to let innocent people die?
Mindy's like, "Yes, that's what we should do."
Well, you're innocent.
I would surrender my own life for the security of the Veil.
I wish he didn't give that box over.
As
That's-
as a good person, I cannot, in good conscience, let innocent people die around me.
Well, I can accept that maybe you acted according to your conscience.
Or if next time, if our identities are compromised, I can just keep going through and just kill everybody. You know, if that's what you want us to do.
Oh yeah, totally down for that.
Is that what you would like? Is to have no
survivors.
no human see our identities? Should I just go through and destroy everybody if that comes to it?
Tulsa, he kind of interjects. And
Rape and pillage,
Oh.
rape and pillage.
well, he's like, "Well, of course not." And then the fetchling, Nettle, he speaks up and
Wait, bring out the guy. Maybe he's got something nice to say.
Oh yeah, what about the dude? Did he come here with us?
He's in
He
the
can't
bag.
walk
I
through.
didn't
He
bring
can't
him.
see.
Yeah,
He's
You
in the
drag
bag.
him through.
I don't know.
He's in the bag.
Somebody has him. No, the little gremlin
Oh,
guy.
little gremlin?
We saved his life.
You saved a gremlin.
Oh,
Yeah.
we didn't save his life.
Yeah, we did.
How did we save his life?
He got put in the bag. He could have died.
No, he was trying to get away.
Exactly.
He was just
Like,
down
he was
there.
about to get away, and then
Yeah.
he decided that he would stay with us.
Yeah.
I don't remember it much.
Yeah.
Short-term memory loss.
So did you actually say this to them?
No, this is off the record.
Okay. So Nettle, the fetchling, kind of speaks up as like, I think what Mindy means is that there should be more discretion used during these operations, and if it becomes necessary, then everyone is expected to sacrifice accordingly. But you must understand that perhaps there are other means than swinging big swords to kill everything as soon as you at the first sign of danger. Did you try?
I mean, they did have guns. We
What
don't
is
have.
us?
We don't have guns.
It's true.
That was like the first 5 minutes.
And Mindy's like, you and Sanchez, you let people like this work on your force, and have to question that as well.
Diplomacy.
So, what diplomacy?
It'll be okay. So this time it's a 25, and I'll be like, "Don't blame Miss Sanchez for the mistakes we have. As team leader, I take full responsibility."
As team leader? She kind of is like, she's like, so you're the leader.
Yep.
Are you the one that authorized all this?
Oh yeah. I am team leader.
Okay. So Athanasius, the elf, he speaks back up, and he says, all this has been very disconcerting. My companions here have shown due concern and judgment. We're going to have to question each of you individually to see what further steps to take from here. I will say that this has been disconcerting to all of us with some of y'all's recent cases. We've determined a pattern that between the witches that or the people that were using the virus to create the witches, and then also the lignum sapiens, the small wood people that you liberated from the Arcanum Invictus. We think that perhaps all these are part of a larger plot to destroy the Veil completely and overthrow the council.
On one note, I'll be like, yeah, that's probably really true. But if you're going to question her, you're not going to get any answers.
What's wrong with her?
She's mute. Best rogue ever. Unless you have magically wizard powers.
All right, that's
Do
it.
not
the council they would.
Do not suggest doing it.
All right, that's it. We're gonna have to question every one of you.
Okay.
I want Mindy.
Let's
I'm
see.
a fighter, not a talker.
I'm not a talker either. I'm not a talker or a fighter.
All you gotta say is, it was the boss's decisions. Before we all grow, let's group up so we can tell them
Right.
what we're gonna say.
It was Felice's fault.
I guess Felice and Sainai have to go together because Sainai can't be questioned very accurately.
Do that.
So
Jingle, jingle.
I'm trying to figure
Is that
out
how you get her to follow you? Just like
how to
jangle money in front
randomize
of
this.
you? Like, come on, come
Like a fishing hook with a point curse. And just like, come here, come here.
No, that was her thing. She used to have. She had these bracelets that were like,
Gold bracelets.
When yes, you know, yeah. something like that.
yeah, or shaking really
Like, I hate
hard
you.
whenever I hate you or whatever. Okay. Man, let's see over here.
Try not to die, guys.
I want to go now.
So are we escorted or are we walking under our own will?
No, you're
Assuming we're being
you're
escorted.
escorted. I mean, there's guards and stuff.
Don't
I would
touch
assume
me!
we're under detainment at this point.
We're all like, don't touch me! I've done nothing wrong.
Jupiter,
We should have kept the box.
you're gonna be over here.
We should have what?
You should have kept the box.
Mm.
It is the best bargaining chip. Something they want. But then, I'm not that nice of a person.
Felice, you're over here.
I assume it's a desk.
I'm assuming that's where you're.
Or oh, that's Sanchez. Felice, y'all are over here.
I'm assuming that's a seat in a chair.
Yeah,
And it is.
totally take this seat in the chair. As they walk in, well, I suppose I have to ask you some questions today, sir. Just completely
When
whipping
they
around.
walk in, I'm gonna be reclined in their seat with my feet up on their table.
And then they come into question. So we have some questions for you today.
And then if I have to get out, I'm gonna like lean back because I'm like 300 pounds. I'm gonna like break the seat.
Are they in the
Yeah, that's the desk.
Oh, I know.
You can't sit in the desk.
Oh, they already there?
Yeah, they take you in there and.
They already called dibs on the chair.
Okay, so so Jupiter, you are with Niddle, the fetchling,
Which is the
the shadowy.
He didn't say much.
okay.
I don't remember.
You two are with Athanasius.
Yeah, we should have probably totally brought the tree people.
And you are with Tulsel, the angelic-looking guy, the Azamar.
Oh, nobody got the human. Dang it.
That's good. That's actually good.
Oh wait, Captain Sanchez I guess has the.
Yeah, she's in the office over there.
I guess she's got the human.
I guess we don't know since we're not her.
Right. That was out of character.
Okay.
Talk to the tree people. If I ever die, kill the council.
Right.
All right. So I guess I'll go through this in order. We'll go to Felice
Sweet.
and Sinai first. Y'all. They take you out of the meeting room. Whatever. You go along the cobbled pathway. You go up the spiral staircase, and it leads up to a door there into the office. And there's a desk. And Athanasius goes and takes his place at the desk.
Ooh, Athanasius.
And
Pleasure to meet you again.
so he's like, hey, I'm gonna need you to further explain yourselves. You two are something else.
What would you like to know?
Well, what made you want to work for the council to begin with?
To find a wizard.
Which wizard?
An evil wizard. Her evil wizard. That stole her voice. Name blank, can't remember.
An evil wizard stole her voice. That's
Don't know his name?
I don't remember it. I made it up on the spot.
definitely not council sanctioned activity. I can commend you for wanting to do that. You said you proclaimed yourself to be the leader. What do you have to say for yourself about that? It doesn't sound like you've been leading according to council guidelines.
I've won a diplomacy role, but I'm not gonna. As leader, I feel like I've done an amazing job. We saved a bunch of lives. We got you what you wanted, and we made. Wait, that's not. And there was like another one. I can't remember it.
We've done other things.
We haven't failed a single task. I think I'm an amazing leader.
You haven't failed a single task. I will say that. And you did rescue all those wooden people. I'm sure that. No.
I mean, if we want to be friends, those tree people owe me a fancy favor.
So give him all right. So go give me a. Give me diplomacy.
28.
28. All right. So he's like, yeah, y'all really haven't done too bad, I suppose. But tell me, what do you think about Captain Sanchez as a leader?
I mean, as a leader, she tells us what to do, and we do it. I mean, I don't know what she does other than break my heart, but she does her job right. I mean, she does kind of clean up our messes sometimes.
As is appropriate. So she's done that well, you would say?
Oh, yes. Well, except for the last time, but yeah.
No, that's a pretty big mess.
Yeah. Can't help myself.
All right,
Swoosh.
go ahead and give me a bluff check.
There we go. Gotta look it up. Okay. 6.
That 20.
Jeez.
25.
Nice, very nice. So he kind of perks up a little bit. He's like, you're right. We probably should cut her more slack.
She's a good lady.
Yeah, and y'all have done
You should
well.
give her a promotion. Just kidding. She doesn't deserve it.
I will say there probably is a council will issue an appropriate reprimand for your indiscretion during the last mission, but no need to shut the whole operation down, right?
Yeah. Like, I can understand some consequences, like, put her on leave for like a week, have her give some quality
Some
time.
vacation, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Very good. I appreciate this discussion, Mr. Felice. It's been most enlightening.
Pleasure, handshake.
Okay, so we'll go to...
We'll be best friends.
Felice.
I'll remember this
Handshake.
one.
Right?
Yeah.
So we'll go to Jupiter next.
You're a gnome, right?
Yeah.
And you're in there with Nettle, the fetchling, and he's like, would you consider yourself a very violent person, Mr. Jupiter?
Great opening question.
I don't understand what it
He
means.
smiles real big when he's saying tusks exposed. No.
I would have to say when the need arises.
You resort to violence.
If it's to protect my teammate, no, I can't do that.
No, I can't do that.
I'm an orc. I can't do that.
Why not?
Because I'm not a people person as an orc.
You can be whatever you want to be. I mean, your orc is just your race.
Right.
So, I mean, I would play it however, whatever you think he's like. But if you think he's like that, then
Well, I mean, the only reason that I'm in here is because I'm going to be the best fighter looking for a challenge.
so you're here to
Be the strongest
Here to
and
look
prove
for
it.
a challenging fight. Is that the case?
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
One word sentences.
Well, you know that the council has a need for enforcers. I do question Captain Sanchez hiring you onto this team. They're more of an investigative team, and
I figured she hired me so that way I could get into the fights that I was looking for and also protect my teammates.
And what about the veil? Do you care about protecting the veil?
I'm going to be quite frank with you. I ain't got a clue what the veil is.
You're an orc. You would know what the veil is.
Oh, what's the veil?
The veil is what makes you not look like an orc when you're walking down.
He's like,
Oh.
he doesn't know by that name.
So you're like, oh, so that's what they call it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. What was the question?
Do you care about the protecting and upholding the veil?
With or without the veil is not going to change who I am or what I'm after.
So you could care less, you say?
In a polite way to put it.
At least he was polite about it.
Yeah,
Well,
really.
Well,
He's being
Mr.
honest.
Jupiter, that veil protects me in my way of life, and we need people that are willing to uphold that.
Well, I mean,
Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check.
Well, it's gonna be your charisma modifier, which is a -1.
11.
Are you trying to talk me down?
Right.
Let's start a fight.
So he's like, so I appreciate your martial prowess, and the council may have need of you as a guard, or some other form of profession, but not an investigator. I guess I don't think that you really belong here. And as for Captain Sanchez, I'm questioning her competency in hiring someone like
Look, I don't know nothing about no Captain Sanchez besides she's the one that's.
I'm not there. Never mind.
Yeah. So,
I don't know nothing about Captain Sanchez. I was just hired on.
The drama.
She told me not to fight. We were supposed to go in and be as discreet as possible. I was in the restroom. You can check the cameras if you want to. I was in stall number 2.
And
I
then,
think there's gonna be cameras in the bathroom.
then I heard gunshots.
When I heard
Me
This-
come barreling in.
this was my first mission to do with them, as you probably know. I was in the restroom, like I said, and I was doing my business, and I heard gunshots. I did what I thought was necessary to go outside and stop the people that was attacking my teammates. I'm an enforcer, so to speak, but if I'm not with my teammates, then, or if I'm not with the group of people that I'm running with, then I may find another line of work.
so
Mercenary.
that's a pretty firm tone of voice you have
Yeah,
there,
really.
Mr. Jupiter. Go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
13?
13.
It's plus strength, isn't it?
Oh.
Plus your charisma,
Oh, it is charisma.
which is a -1.
So he doesn't have like a bonus or anything?
I mean, I'm
Or he's
I'm
trained
trained
him, but it
in
doesn't
it.
have any points in it.
Don't
So
orcs
it's
get
just-
natural +1 intimidation?
I think they get like +2 or something like that.
Yeah.
So it'd be a 14.
I'm pretty sure it's a racial
No.
bonus.
15.
Racial bonus.
Okay.
I rolled 13.
Why did we write that in your thing?
Well, I appreciate your
I'd have to look it up
honesty,
there.
Mr.
Yeah.
Jupiter.
But your threats won't work here.
And he writes, takes some notes. He's like, I think this is all I need to know. Thank you. And we'll go to Landless.
I got dick.
See if you get a thing. It's right there.
Well, it's okay. I'm the leader, so
So
they
he-
don't get to make the
So
choice.
Tulso takes you into his.
Yeah, but if they take me off the team.
Then I'll just reinvite you. I'm the leader.
Yeah, the council will be totally fine with that. Council fires somebody. Felice is like, oh, come on, guys.
I don't care what they gotta say. Except for this dude, he's good.
It'd be... There's a
Oh,
stat block somewhere down
somewhere.
there.
I have an army of.
There.
It'd be under like racial features or whatever.
I will get enough votes for you to be back on the force.
So Tulso, he takes you into his office here.
Oh, I speak a lot.
And
Yep.
he's like, Mr. Lannis, you seem to be a person of goodly character. You seem to express some concern for people. I see your teammates do as well. How do you justify your actions in the bank the other day?
Which actions do you speak of?
Well, the
At least he's the
killing all the robbers and.
Well, as far as that's concerned, speaking personally, I never tried to kill any of them. I was just extremely poor in my spellcraft that day, and I was attempting to end it quickly without causing undue harm. But that didn't work because I was just off my game that day.
I was just,
couldn't roll.
just watching everybody. I know. I just liked watching everybody die. I was like,
I was just throwing beams everywhere.
I saw some of the footage, and as a matter of fact, your little beams of light were not quite as obvious as your friend with the big sword.
Yeah, the beams of light were meant to incapacitate without being
damn.
detriment to their health.
And it was
But-
a worthy attempt, and I can definitely appreciate that.
And as far as my compatriots are concerned, they don't. I mean, the new guy, he doesn't really have that much people skills, so he didn't really have anything to fall back on
I
except
see,
the
more
sword.
of a swing first and ask
Yeah.
questions later kind of guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
But that's why the leader likes him.
But we weren't really expecting robbers to come in at the time. We knew that we were there to get a very important object for the council, so we understood there could be a chance that they were there for the object itself. So taking that into consideration, as well as the innocents around us, we did decide to go ahead and take action against them when they came in.
I don't see anything on intimidation.
So that's understandable. So I suppose you did the best you could with the circumstances you had.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand, nobody in the bank was killed except for the
robbers.
the thieves themselves. So
Mhm.
so you kept everyone safe, and I admire that.
And as far as the veil goes, the only thing they really saw was people swinging swords in there, and if they were of the arcane abilities, and they would have seen my beams of light, but in that case, they're not mundane anymore anyways. So
It'd be a questionable appearance to them, I'm sure.
right. So it's
Look
as
like
far
a
as
gang
that's
war.
concerned, they didn't do anything that would have arose. Oh, there's something otherworldly going on. It just there was people here with swords, which is kind of weird, but it's Dallas.
Yeah. That was weird. Where did my train of thought?
I killed it.
He's like,
In your head.
no, you heard my companion in the council, Mindy. She's very much of the hard nosed type, and
Yes.
and believes that in protecting the veil to the point of death, even those that know nothing about the veil.
And as far as that's concerned, I can't really condone sacrificing somebody to something that they know nothing of.
I tend to be in agreement with you, Mr. Landless. And you, go ahead and roll me diplomacy.
14.
14 total.
Hey, I rolled above a 10. It's a
Yeah, that's what
That's really good for me, okay?
you do. Not many people are gonna out-talk me. Not when I don't roll bad. It's like I can't punch too hard, but I'll talk to the game.
And Sanchez, I'm actually rolling for Sanchez.
Oh, I thought you were rolling against me.
And she
I was
just-
like, dang it.
She just rolled a natural
think so.
20.
Go Sanchez. She's totally bluffing her ass off right now. Don't fire me, please don't. I swear I'll go on a date with a midget.
With the little one.
Okay.
I should have been like, fire. She never went on a date with me.
And what do you think about Sanchez, Mr. Lannis?
I definitely think she does the best she can with the crew that she has underneath her. We definitely let her have her work cut out for her with the workload that we put on her. And as far as that's concerned, I think she does the best that she can.
Ain't no one else gonna do any better.
That's
Yeah,
a fair assessment.
As far as we came out into a street with a flood and an army of little wooden people, and she cleaned that up pretty well. So
she did.
she does very good for that, and we definitely put her to the test. Probably more than we should, but
Can't say that.
field work.
Go ahead and give me a sense motive.
Oh shoot. 13.
I want Captain Sanchez
He
out
just,
of here.
he's in agreement with you, and he feels like that you've done the best you can, and Sanchez does the best she can, and yeah, that's what you can.
Can I roll perception on this guy and see if I can figure out what kind of line of work he's in?
You want to know what line of work he's in?
Yeah. Class is what I'm going for.
Oh,
Why would you want to know that?
Because he could be a rogue. He could be a wizard. He could be a wizard.
I wouldn't even know.
Okay.
I didn't stat him out. He's a councilman.
Okay. Alright, never mind.
I bet mine would be the rogue because he was a shadowy figure.
I was gonna see if it would have been worth it to try and charm him. But
To try and charm him.
yeah.
You're my friend.
And they are.
Exactly.
Don't mind me.
Well, he doesn't seem unfriendly towards you or anything. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Mine
that's it. All right, we all.
Well, of course yours did.
That'd have been
You seemed unfriendly towards him, actually.
I got my point across without pulling out my sword.
So Tulsa, he takes a few notes, and he takes you to the door there, and he says, "I have a few more things to get in order. If you'll just step across the bridge and go into the office with your friends."
Okay.
I was left in the room by myself.
No, well, and then so as y'all are finishing up your conversation with Athanasius, and you also, Landis comes in the door.
Sweet, my wizardy friend.
Hello, I'm Landis.
And Athanasius is like, "Well, welcome back, Landis. We'll go back into the council hall and we'll see what the final verdict is."
Okay.
And then your guys will.
Oh, okay. I was like, this isn't good.
You got thrown out of the window.
I'd like to see him try to throw me.
So y'all go back to
I'd
the
like to
council
see you
hall.
try to resist them. I'm sure council members aren't going to be just pushovers.
Maybe. Mine sure was.
We also rolled what, like an 18, 19?
Yeah, you
Yeah, I rolled really good.
Yeah, I mean,
Talk
For
my
what?
way out.
What?
Oh, I want a sense motive on the one he was talking to.
On which one?
I'm like all of them.
On all of them?
All the ones that are like
People.
on the
Council.
On the-
front when they're talking.
Do the shadowy figure. He doesn't like me.
I wonder why he doesn't like you.
Me
Why don't
too.
you like him?
I
Because
like
he's a
you.
shadowy figure. He looks suspicious to me.
Shadowy figure.
That's what he was described.
I like you. You beat stuff up. That's what we need. He can't beat stuff up. I can't
He
beat
can't hit stuff.
I can't roll for crap, so I can't do anything.
My punches don't hurt. Like, And then she's never around.
Okay. So y'all are in there, and the council is
Chattering at us.
yeah, they're talking. Athanasius is doing most of the talking. So if you wanted to do a sense motive on him,
Is he the one that interviewed them? Or
yeah,
Yeah.
put it down.
I was letting that one talk his way through that.
18.
What you can tell from Athanasius is he seems like he really doesn't have a clue.
Alright.
Like he puts on a lot of he's
He puts on airs.
definitely got an air of authority and knowledge,
But he sits there like a chicken with his head cut off, doesn't know what he's
doesn't
doing.
really have a clue
Okay.
about a lot of things. But he's like so we've discussed. We've met with all of you and we've discussed with as a council, and Mindy kind of was like, she's over there. She's got a really grump face.
Grump face.
And Athanasius is like, and we have decided not to fire Captain Sanchez.
Boo.
So y'all are in there, and
Now, do we get a reward?
Right.
We get a raise, right? No.
and Tulsa is like, yes, we're very much in agreement with Captain Sanchez and the way that she runs her protection of the Veil and the protection of others, and
She cares more about the veil than we do.
and then Nettle is like, well, I don't know about that Jupiter fellow, but I suppose y'all do a good job.
We don't know about him either.
And Mindy's just like, yeah, they do fine. And she
I will.
She kind of like, you can see that she's trying to avoid eye contact with Sanchez.
I will put my 2 cents in for Jupiter. Jupiter is really like, we need him on the team. Without him, Landless would have died. I probably would have died, and she just would have never been around anymore.
Like ran away.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is
Would have walked out
our
to
defense
that
wall
500 Richard.
for things we can't handle.
So go ahead and do me a sense motive check again, if that's what you. Since the other council members have spoken.
23.
We can't lose you. It's like, you're the wall, I'm the backup wall, there's the rogue in the bag, and then we have the
And
wizard.
the wizard's even further.
So Tulsa seems a little nervous, a little fidgety.
He's the one that I talked to.
Ozamar one, yeah.
Which one has the box?
I'm gonna text that to Sanchez.
Okay.
She's like, oh, I didn't know my phone was on loud.
And all the nausea is like, why are you texting people? What are you doing?
I'm gonna show him. Oh, is that the person I just looked at?
No, that's the elf. He's the one that like the head of this area, the elf one that's like in charge.
I'm gonna walk up to him and show him my phone. Say, hey, this guy seems a little nervous about something.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Ooh.
He's like, okay. You can be seated now. Thank you.
Now he's nervous too.
Mm-hmm.
The socially awkward nervousness.
Alright, so while y'all are sitting there and they're finishing up the meeting, all of a sudden you
Perception?
feel a change in the energy. Okay. But you don't have to roll perception to know that there's a change in the energy.
I want to know where it's coming from.
The box that they decided to rip open. That's why you never get what they want.
Yeah. There's a change in the energy. It's coming from, well, a perception check for that? I don't know. Yeah, roll.
Just to sense where it's coming from.
Yeah, roll perception.
You have that weird, like, spider senses. I'm
8
not percepting
because
it.
I rolled a 2.
I rolled like a 3.
I just had to retire my phone. Sorry. Yeah, I only got 9.
Okay. Y'all just
Well,
know that.
I feel something bad, so I'm gonna try and sneak towards the back of the room slowly. I'm gonna
towards
back.
the back of the room here.
Yeah, back away slowly.
And all the
I look
nauseous.
over like, what are you doing?
Then the other council members look around and they're like, "What's going on? There's been a shift in the veil."
My bad, I farted.
And I'm officially going
What?
to go stealth.
Okay. Well, you can't really hide in plain sight. I mean, you can like hide under a bench or something if you want to do that.
She can go invisible.
Oh, I wish.
Okay. We'll roll stealth check.
26.
My tattoos.
Okay, so are you like hiding under the bench
Yeah.
or whatever?
I felt something. I'm like, nope.
They'll never find me. Whoa, where'd she go? She's gone again.
And you ain't breaking that 26.
I ain't looking under the bench either. Because I'm already halfway. The bench is more like a table to me.
How bad of a shift change in the
It was enough to where everybody was
no,
like,
I need to know that way I can do what I'm gonna do.
The air is shifting. You feel
Like in a bad way,
you
like a
sense
really
the
bad
air
way?
like shifting with shadows.
Dark energy.
And
With shadows.
yes, and the fetchling who is actually
Shadowy?
associated with the shadow side of the beyond the veil of reality. or
Shadow
whatever,
realm.
the shadow plane.
Right. So I can feel like
You
shadows
heard-
around me, I guess.
Yeah, and he's like
they're
like-
getting more
it
ominous.
feels like there's been an increase in the presence of the shadow.
There's been
veil.
a disturbance in the force.
Son of a gun! I totally forgot to do something when y'all walked in here.
Continue.
Shift back to
Before
a
the
couple
conversation.
hours later before y'all came in. As you remember that as you were walking into the into this area, just as you were about to walk in the door and walk up to the guards, something like kind of shifted into your field of vision and snapped at you, an almost dragon-like creature.
Oh wow.
And so did you like? But it kind of just passed through you or whatever.
Like a weird.
So we saw it come
Shadow
at us and
plant?
just.
and kind of just disappear.
Okay.
And
Oh, I'd have played my room way differently.
yeah. Sorry. Did you
Especially since I was with the shadowy guy.
did you ask about it?
No, I'm like, I'm just seeing things.
No, I'd ask about that. Or
You
did
wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you saw it, would you have asked someone about it?
Yeah.
What would you ask?
Well, I would have first rolled an Arcana check on it to see if it was something arcane.
Okay. Well, the guards seeing your alarm, they just kind of explain it to you. They're like, "Oh, don't worry about that. That's just this part of the area is kind of has more of a connection to the shadow plane. We have a lot of problems with undead and ghosts and things trying to get into
So shadows are
the
good?
council area. So we keep our this umbral dragon close enough to devour ghosts and specters and other things that might try to get in here, but not close enough to actually harm any of us. So fear not. That's what he tells you.
Right.
That's what he tells you, but that's not really what
We're
happens.
about to fight an umbrella.
No, that is really
Okay.
really what.
That's crazy.
No. And
Why don't we have an Umbral Dragon trying to protect us?
so the fetchling now is like, I sense an increase in the presence of the shadow plane, and he's like,
the dragon's
Shing!
oh gosh, the dragon.